All right, y'all. I know I already told y'all. Well, I told Carolina and Al. I watched this Katt Williams interview with Shay Shay. Hey, Shay Shay. I'm gonna wear it out. 2 times in its entirety. I am obsessed with this interview. It's so good, and it's at 9 million views in 24 hours. All right. Katt Williams recently exposed Cedric the Entertainer for allegedly stealing one of his jokes. I love Cedric. Sorry, Cedric. Katt Williams said he thought that I was just a no-name comedian and that he could take this joke and nobody would know. Well, Cedric is denying these claims. He wrote, "My career can't be reduced to one joke." Katt Williams claims as his, "I've been in over 40 movies. My specials and brands speak volumes for who I am." All right, y'all. What do you think about this? And has a colleague ever stolen an idea from you to boost their career? Carolina, let's go to you first. Ooh, I must hit a nerve. Who done stole your idea, Carolina? Someone over there in at the Houston station? Let me find out. Do we need to come down
people
there?
know this about me very quickly. I will always give credit where credit is due. If a good idea comes about and somebody who came up with it is not in the room, I will always say it, even if they're in the room, because people are quiet. I am someone who hates when people steal other people's idea and try to take it as their own. Unfortunately, we live in a world where whoever is in a position of power can claim ideas and takes credit for them in rooms that other people don't get access to. So I get it. It sucks, but not around me, baby. It ain't going to happen. But back to Katt. What was the initial question around there? You hit something very serious for me because I hate that shit. I hate it. I'm sorry. So Cedric, I don't know. I haven't seen all the clips, Claudia. You were telling us that you've seen both clips. I saw the one where Cedric did the spaceship version. I would love to see like which one came out first. I believe Katt, and I only saw like the 36-minute version of that interview and was completely enthralled. Like, he didn't have to say everything that he said. He doesn't do interviews, but he decided of his own accord to come on because of everything that Steve, Ricky, and Cedric had said to Shannon Sharpe. So man, it's tough because everyone's coming out now addressing it. Even Ricky Smiley came out to address it. So I don't know.
What Ricky said did not really dispute what Katt said. He basically said the same thing, but just kind of worded it different. And he was very positive towards Katt. He was like wishing him well and telling people to come to his show. Cammie said Cedric also took that joke from Designing Women episode that Katt did not lie, which they did show that on the net. They showed this joke about this guy. His name was CJ, his initials, and he said, "Call me by my initials." You have to see the joke. I will text it to both of you after this. And there's also Mark Curry saying, Steve Harvey stole jokes. The internet is pulling receipts. That's all I'm gonna say. Y'all judge. The internet is pulling receipts. Al, what do you think about this?
Cedric the Entertainer is my fraternity brother. I'm gonna stand with him. I'm not saying that Katt is a liar by any means, but Cedric said that the joke has DNA. And I can imagine that if you pull receipts from all comedians, they've shared similar jokes because that's what they do. They're comedians. How much new material is there really out there, especially over the last 40 years? People who like Richard Pryor may use a Richard Pryor today, joke. And is that stealing? I don't know. It's up to the person and how they interpret it. So I'm not that involved or that invested in that. What I am invested in is how smart, witty, great vocabulary, awesome storyteller that Katt Williams is. He is brilliant at what he does. And when given the chance, just like you've seen, when given the chance on a platform like Shay Shay, for 2 hours, this man has you engulfed from the beginning until the end. He broke the internet. Like you said, Claudia, 9 million views. And on top of that, he's charming. So kudos to Katt. Maybe we need to see Katt more in this light with his storytelling, than just his stand-up comedy.
I'm going to make a differentiate between stealing comedy routines, because I think that's a very, you have this nuance with a joke and how you set it up. Because someone in the comments, of course, someone's going to be shady, clicks and views said, "You stole from Nene Leakes." Let me just tell you something real quick. The idea and concept of a panel talk show is no one's original idea. That's been around for a very long time. Having a man or two from the community is not an original idea. As far as the panel space, that's been done a million times. Now, when you talk about the specifics and nuance of a joke, that is the similar as someone having a catchphrase, you know what I mean, or something that they stamp with their routine, you know, like the "not me girl" thing. That is something that you can kind of pinpoint to that prisoner and that scared straight episode, and that we kind of took that from them, you know. So in comedy, yeah, I'm a huge fan of comedy. I'm friends with a lot of comedians. And when you work a joke out and the setup and the lead up to the punchline is similar, that's where you have a case. But of course, we've all made jokes, my baby daddy this, or, you know, white people this, and black people stereotypes. I get that. But when you take the setup, then that's where it gets tricky. Keith Dennis said, why is he so angry? He could have made us laugh for 3 hours, but yet he spent his time being bitter. And then Nabrice Cox said, I believe, Katt, he ain't got nothing to lose. Mark Curry been saying it for years. Also, we've said this on the show, you can't tell someone how to respond. He actually was responding to other people's interviews that were on Shannon Sharp's podcast first. So kind of puts it in a different lens. But I do love Katt Williams, and I do love Cedric the Entertainer. And it was hard for me to do this story, but we have to.